It's May the 23rd and we're allowed to go and do stuff and see things again. And today we're at Brands Hatch. F3 and British GT time. So let's see how that goes. So obviously the usual COVID things in place. Don't enter the shop without mask. Only 6 people in the shop at a time. And dispensers around. And sanitizer dispensers around even. So it's as expected so far. You know, obviously there's limited access to the paddock depending on who's going in it. However, big changes as compared to last September when we came here last is that the playground is at least open this time. So if I can get Ayrton off there, it's worth remembering to come back to. So I actually think it's busier today than it was in September when the weather was better.
Very quick one. Might get discounted.
Whilst we're here and it's the first race of the season, time to quickly go through the runners and riders. Carlin are the team in British F3, having won the driver's title 3 times in the last 5 years. This year they've gone for an all-rookie lineup, but with the money, testing and resources at their disposal, it'll matter less than perhaps another series. Zach O'Sullivan and Christian Mansell step up from the sharp end of British F4 last year and will be fighting for wins and probably the championship. With old rivals Double R gone, it leaves Hi-Tech looking like the best equipped to take the challenge to Carlin. It's a strong lineup with Bart Horston and Reese Shijima in their second seasons, and Sebastian Alvarez, who was runner-up in British F4 in 2019 and should have raced last year but for COVID. Hi-Tech came close last year. Can they go one better in the Drivers' Championship this year? Now, Arden are old hands at the single-seater game, but this is their first year in the category, and they have a driver pairing which is promising. Frederick Lubin was the runner-up in F4 Rookie Championship last year in British F4, and with teammate Alex Connor having been the British F4 Rookie Cup runner-up in 2019 as well. It's interesting. Chris Dittman Racing is the eternal underdog team. None of their drivers have anything that could be considered a passable budget, but they're there to take the fight to the better funded outfits. In Ayrton Simmons, they have a 5-time British F3 winner who's finished 3rd in the championship in 2019 and will be hoping for even greater success this year. Max Maserati was working 3 or 4 jobs over the winter to try and pay for his seat this season and is hungry to get one over on the rich kids on the grid. Oh, and speaking of rich, he's just been sponsored by Rich Energy. Make of that what you will. And Alex Fors has come over from their F3 Cup squad, currently only due to run for the opening round, but should do more if the money allows. Elite Motorsport are new to the series, having stepped up from being dominant in Ginetta Juniors. In Tom Le Bon, they have the Ginetta Junior champion, but his teammates come in from having Spanish and North American F4 experience. You kind of expect them to get stronger as the year goes on and the team gets more experience with the car. Douglas Motorsport features Rima Jafali from Saudi Arabia, who's stepping up from British F4 last year, and should get some points, although the balance are likely to be scored by teammate Dexter Patterson, who's a Sauber junior who competed in Italian F4 last year. Finally, we get to another mainstay of British single-seater racing, Fortec Motorsport. Roberto Faria was putting in some respectable performances at the tail end of last year. We'll be hoping to build on it. Mikael Grundvig returns to single-seaters after a year in Danish GT, having competed in Danish and French F4 previously, and they also have Oliver Behrman doing a part season when his Italian and ADAC F4 commitments allow. In a similar way to Lando Norris at Carling in 2016, when he is there, he should be rapid.
Zach O'Sullivan, and is looking to try and lead the race potentially as they head towards Paddock Hill Bend. He's into second position. Couldn't quite unlock the hook to the lead of the race because Ayrton Simmons had just got his car position, but now Bart Horston for Hitech is trying around the outside and there's contact. Ayrton Simmons is pushed into a spin and he's being dragged along on the rear bodywork of Bart Horston's car, with the car briefly having bounced into the air, and all of that has allowed into the lead of the race Zach O'Sullivan. I'm afraid we've lost.
Now, normally at this point we'd still be watching the F3 race, and what you can hear the noise in the background is the F3 race. However, coming around the first couple of corners, Ayrton Simmons and Bart Horston were fighting for the lead, and they collided and are both sadly out. And my Ayrton obviously hasn't particularly want to watch the rest of the race as a result. So hopefully everyone seems to be okay anyway, which is the main thing, but it's not the result obviously that we'd have hoped for.
British GT Championship, Andrew Howard leads the charge of GT3 cars.
Okay, quickly, let's talk about British GT for those who don't know. This year there's 26 cars taking part on the grid. They comprise 9 Pro-Am and 5 Silver-Am lineups in GT3 and 12 GT4s mixing Pro-Am and Silver lineups. For overall winners, there are some names to look out for in GT3, Sandy Mitchell and Adam Ballon in the Barwell Motorsport Lamborghini, Phil Keane and Michael Igoe in the WPI Motorsport Lamborghini, Andrew Howard and 4-time champion Johnny Adam getting the Beach Dean Aston Martin band back together. For Ram Racing Mercedes AMG, there's Ian Loggy and Yomba Berman, who won the Pro-Am Championship last year, and there's Bentleys and McLarens plenty as well. In GT4, there's a mix of McLaren 570s, Ginetta G56, BMW M4s, a Ford Mustang, and a Toyota Supra. It's kind of hard to pick a winner for them, so I'll just sit back and watch supercars going around a track instead. It's a hard life. Anyway, back to the track. So, second race of the day.
Paddock Hill Bend, but then takes a wide sweep into compact on the exit. It's going to go through up into third position.
There's the F3 paddock. Trucks moved out of the way. All packing up, ready to go. Well, it's the end of the day. Ayrton's back on the playground again. Yeah, F3 being back and British GT being back is cool. Good to see. Bad luck for Ayrton, unfortunately, in the races today. First one, just accident and going through droids. Looked like a racing incident when I saw it replayed at British F3 Twitter. But you know, obviously I'm not in the cars. But it's the first race of the season, first weekend of the season, I should say. So anything can happen from here. You know, a few consistent results, and the whole thing could change. So, anyway, that's us done from Brands Hatch for this weekend. So, thank you for watching. Bye bye. No, we managed to get autographs from some drivers today. Didn't manage to meet Ayrton, unfortunately. We know you're right there, Ayrton. Yes.
I'm ready to fall now.
That's not something I want recorded on camera, Ayrton.
Just whee!
So, yeah. But, you know, it's the start of a season. A lot could happen in the
Hello
meantime.
again.